Nashville rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the winner.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway, and that'll... Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And down to the 29-yard line. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Gordon on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he stopped immediately there. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, They got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Jeudy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 28 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And after all that, they are set up in unbelievable field position. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Running left, it's Henry. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Here's a diving catch right side.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The 71 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. They'll run. It's Henry. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
when you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And they can't bring him down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some space here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On first down, it's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
It's Wilson. That's complete. Okuegbuna. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have broken the tie. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 160 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. First down and much more for Henry. Touchdown, Titans. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
It's complete, and he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the two-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Williams breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his... And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Titans offense set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Trucks over it, and they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Titans. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing. And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd. And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll move him back within 6 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect. Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive, leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Wilson. Got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there. Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards. They went zooming past that number there. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 5. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Williams will try again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by McManus is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's Tannehill. He's got Henry, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing, Tannehill. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Tannehill to throw. A check down here for Henry. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll roll him out right, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out